Welcome back, Kules. Big updates are coming straight from Camp Nou today, from Hansi Flick's urgent call for a new defender after losing Iñigo Martínez, to Deco's transfer plans for January, plus Marcus Rashford's growing bond with Roony Bardghji and his praise for Joan Garcia's stunning debut. We've also got news on Barcelona's €44 million sponsorship deal with DR Congo, and fresh links to young Brazilian defender Luis Benedetti. Stick around because this video is packed with Barca news you won't want to miss. It seems to be clear enough that the loss of Iñigo Martínez was a big one for FC Barcelona. Beyond the financial benefits or anything of that sort, his exit took a clear toll on the team's sporting capabilities. For Hansi Flick, he was an undeniable guarantee in this team. Without Martínez, Flick now has the likes of Pau Cubarsí, Ronald Araujo, Andreas Christensen and Eric Garcia to rely on as his center-back options. However, considering that most of them do have recurring injury issues, Flick reportedly wants another defensive recruit as well. Hansi Flick wants a new defender in January. For that reason, according to Fischages, the Barca coach wants the club to sign a defender for his team in the winter transfer window. While it is too complicated to bring in a new defender right now, January could potentially open up the door for a new arrival. However, the winter transfer window is often a complicated one as well. With clubs unwilling to part ways with key players at such a crucial stage of the season, negotiations can often become more complicated than they normally would be. Deco seems to agree with the Barcelona coach. Still, Flick has put in that demand and Barca is reportedly working on it. As per the report, Deco seems to agree with the first-team coach that a new defensive recruit is needed, especially considering the departure of Iñigo Martínez, and is quietly working on bringing in a defender who can compete from the very first day. At the moment, reports are apparently being drawn up to sort out what kind of player to bring in. Reportedly, the profile that is being looked at is that of a player who is both experienced and can quickly adapt to the way that Barca wants to play. For now, the priority of the club for the winter transfer window is the arrival of a new defender. While top players like Alessandro Bastoni continue to be linked to the club as well, such targets are more realistic for the 2026 summer transfer window rather than as immediate targets. Marcus Rashford has quickly found his footing at Barcelona, and part of that process has been his growing connection with Roony Bardghji. During pre-season, the two new arrivals were seen spending time together on and off the pitch, something made easier by the fact that English is a common language between them. Both players are still adjusting to life at Barca, but that bond has already been noticed in training sessions. The two have met before. Interestingly, this is not the first time Rashford and Bardghji have crossed paths. The English forward witnessed one of the defining moments of Bardghji's young career firsthand. Back in November 2023, the Swede came off the bench to score an 87th-minute winner for Copenhagen against Manchester United in the Champions League, sealing a dramatic 4-3 victory. Rashford, who played that night, still remembers it vividly. "I played against him when he was in Copenhagen," Rashford recalled to Sport. "It was in the Champions League and I remember that he came on in the game and had a great impact. He was only 17 years old and then I had lost track of him a little bit until now." That game was a breakthrough moment for Bardghji, and now, at Barcelona, he finds himself in the biggest opportunity of his career so far. His pre-season performances have already impressed the coaching staff, with Rashford convinced that the teenager has what it takes to succeed at the Camp Nou. "He has the ability to play for Barca," Rashford declared, leaving no doubt about his belief in the Swede's potential. Praise for Joan García. Rashford also touched on another key figure in the current squad, namely Joan García. The young goalkeeper has been highlighted as someone who can make a big difference this season, especially after Barca's struggles in decisive Champions League moments last year. Rashford has been impressed by what he has seen. "I think he's a very good goalkeeper and he showed it in the first game but also in training," he said. The Englishman stressed that while Garcia can be decisive, success will depend on contributions across the squad. "I'm not surprised that the players here are good. But yes, I think players at different stages of the season will have their moment, not just the goalkeeper. Everyone will have to step up at different times. So, I think the real strength will be in the players and the coaching staff achieving that confidence. The more confidence we have on the pitch, the better it will be," he added. Barcelona announced a few weeks ago a lucrative 4-year sponsorship deal with the DR Congo government, and for the first time the club have shown what it looks like. The Blaugrana returned to training on Tuesday to begin preparations for their second La Liga match of the season against Levante this weekend, and the players had DR Congo written on the back of their training shirts. Barca will also have a DRC-themed space in the Spotify Camp Nou once the stadium renovations are complete, and the Catalans will receive a total of €44 million over the duration of the contract. Congo have also announced similar deals with AC Milan and AS Monaco, though those two clubs have not disclosed how much they'll be paid. The deal with Congo was another financial boost for Barca as they race against the clock to create enough salary cap space to register the contracts of Wojciech Szczesny, Gerard Martin and Roony Bardghji, who are still waiting to make their season debut for the first team. FC Barcelona continues to work on various operations that could help out the team in any way. However, the club's limited financial ability continues to restrict any such operations. Still, the club continues to look for possible targets. Lately, reports suggest that Barcelona could try to bring in a new defender, ideally a young player who might even be registered with the reserve team if needed. One name that has now surfaced is Luis Benedetti, a 19-year-old centre-back from Palmeiras. According to Sport, Barca are closely following the Brazilian talent, who is starting to attract plenty of attention across Europe. In terms of his profile, the Brazilian defender offers a rather commanding physical presence thanks to his 1.97 meters tall frame. Moreover, he is a left-footed defender, and that is a trait that seems to be highly valued at Barca right now due to the absence of any current defensive player who is primarily left-footed. However, there are reportedly many European teams interested in the player. In fact, a bidding war may even have started for him, and that is something that Barca would actively prefer to avoid, and it is definitely bad news for the Catalan Giants. A defensive signing seems to be a priority. With the player's price gradually rising thanks to all the suitors currently involved, Barca may need to act fast or gradually abandon any hopes of acquiring the player. As for Hansi Flick, a recent report claims that he continues to want the club to sign a defender for the team, and that also appears to be the objective for the winter transfer window. After weeks of uncertainty surrounding his registration, Barcelona finally managed to include Joan García in their squad for the La Liga opener against Mallorca. The 24-year-old goalkeeper not only featured but also delivered a debut performance that has already secured him a special place in the club's history. It is to be noted that there was a moment of concern in the warm-up when García seemed to pick up a knock, but he brushed it off and went on to show exactly why Barca fought hard to register him in time. His commanding presence between the posts helped the team secure a vital 3 points away from home. More importantly, García kept a clean sheet, a rare achievement for any debutant goalkeeper in Barcelona colors. A rare feat in Barcelona's goalkeeping history. According to Sport, since the start of the 21st century, 17 different goalkeepers have made their La Liga debut as starters for Barcelona. However, only 8 of them managed to win their first match, a list that now includes García. The others are Renato Bonanno, Richard Dutroux, Pepe Reina, Ruster Rekber, Claudio Bravo, Marc-André ter Stegen and Wojciech Szczesny. Of the remaining debutants, 5 settled for a draw in their first outing: Victor Valdés, Albert Jorquera, Ruben Martinez, Jordi Masip and Neto, while 4 suffered defeat, namely Pinto Oyarolazabal, Jasper Cillessen and Inaki Peña. What makes Garcia's performance even more remarkable is that, among the 8 who won, only 2 goalkeepers managed to keep a clean sheet, namely Claudio Bravo and García himself. Adding to the coincidence, both achieved this by the same margin of victory. García oversaw Barca's 3-0 win at Mallorca, while Bravo achieved the exact scoreline in a home victory over Elche at Camp Nou. With composure, sharp reflexes and a debut clean sheet to his name, García has already shown qualities that suggest he can grow into a reliable figure in goal under Hansi Flick's management. And that wraps up today's Barcelona update, Kules. From the search for a new defender, to Rashford's glowing words for Bardghji and Joan García, and even that massive sponsorship deal, there's a lot happening on and off the pitch at Camp Nou. What do you think? Should Barca go all in for a defender this January, or wait until summer for a bigger signing? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss the latest Barca news. Visca el Barça.